Rice, dietitian and diabetes educator here at Mahaska Health. This week on The Scoop, we're going to be making a couple sweet treats in honor of Valentine's Day. So this first one is a really easy one. Cherry cupcakes is what we're going to make today, but you can make it into bars, cupcakes. We're also going to do a heart-shaped cake today. This is a great recipe if you have some kids that want to cook, because it's just a 2-ingredient recipe and it gives them an opportunity to practice stirring. So this is a great one for kids to help with. So 1 box of angel food cake and 1 can of cherry pie filling. You can use sugar-free cherry pie filling or regular cherry pie filling, whatever your preference is. So we're just gonna get this in here. Now every time I make this, I always think there's not enough pie filling, but there always is. You just have to stir for a little while. And I always make a little bit of a mess because the angel food cake is kind of a fluffy batter. If you don't have cherry pie filling or you don't like pies, you could use strawberry pie filling, blueberry pie filling, whatever you wanted. There's a lot of different options for this recipe. I've even made it with a can of crushed pineapple, kind of for that pineapple upside down type texture or flavor. Okay, so we've got it all mixed up now. And for Valentine's Day, I thought I would put it into a heart-shaped pan. So it won't make quite as many cupcakes since I'm gonna put some of the batter in here. And for baking it, you just follow the directions on the box of angel food cake. So mine will bake at 375, about 25-30 minutes. Kind of made a mess here. Try not to do that at home. And then we'll just put some into the cupcake holder here. Now I have the silicone cupcake holders. They're pretty handy. You can reuse them. I found that if I wash them with a little scrub brush, kind of fold them inside out and scrub them that way, they come clean really quick and easy. So until I'm kind of making a mess here too. I always like to make sure I get at least 1 cherry in each of the cupcakes. So next up, we're just gonna slide this in the oven. Kind of keep an eye on it since I'm cooking both a cake and cupcakes. They might get done at different times. I usually start at around 20 to 25 minutes and then start checking on it. All right, so we're back. Our cake is done and we were able to get about 6 cupcakes out of that between the cupcakes. And so you can eat it plain. It's delicious plain. Or just put a little bit of Cool Whip on it. You can make your own Cool Whip, which is really easy to do, or just some store-bought Cool Whip. And then decorate it however you want, some sprinkles. But this is a nice light dessert. So it's really low calorie, low in fat. If you use the sugar-free syrup, it's also gonna, or pardon me, if you use the sugar-free canned pie filling, it's gonna be low in sugar too. So give this one a try, experiment with it, let your kids try. It's a great beginner recipe. All right, so up next, we are gonna make a dark chocolate granola. I kind of thought that this would be a fun addition to the Valentine's Day holiday, with it being on a Sunday, something that you could whip up and serve at breakfast over some yogurt. So the first thing we're gonna add is some coconut oil. If you don't have coconut oil, you could also use canola oil. I think in this recipe, the coconut oil adds a nice flavor to it, but certainly either would work. And then we're gonna add some honey, and we're just gonna melt these two together. And the coconut oil melts pretty fast, so kind of keep an eye on it and stir it. I always like the way coconut oil smells when it's warming up. We're also gonna add to this Rice Krispies and oatmeal. And some walnuts. So feel free to play with that combination. The last time I made it, I didn't have enough walnuts, so I did walnuts, pecans, and almonds, and it was a really nice blend. Also, you could substitute out for the Rice Krispies an all-bran cereal or Bran Bud, something like that that has more of a fiber, higher fiber. But the Rice Krispies do add a nice little texture to this. Okay, so we've got that melted, the coconut oil and the honey. So we're just gonna mix in a little bit of the cocoa powder and some vanilla. It's gonna get a little bit thicker now, kind of change colors. Get that stirred in really good. And then we're gonna turn the heat off. And we're just gonna mix in the cereals. So I got some Rice Krispies and oatmeal. Just takes a minute to get it stirred up here. I want to get everything coated good. All right, and then we'll mix in the nuts. Feel free to add more or less of whatever your favorite ingredients are. This recipe is really forgiving. We're just gonna slide it in the oven, so you're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 250 degrees. It's gonna bake for an hour, and you're gonna wanna stir it about every 20 minutes. I do recommend using a cookie sheet that is lined with parchment paper. It helps it to not stick. And then I just set the kitchen timer for every 20 minutes. I kind of like those long cooks where you stir every 15 or 20 minutes. It really motivates me. I tend to get a lot of stuff done because I kind of challenge myself. What can I get done before the timer goes off again? So get the dishes done, fold a little laundry, take a walk around the house. If we have snow, shovel the sidewalk. There's a lot you can get done in 15 or 20 minutes. So this is just gonna go in a preheated oven, 250 for an hour, and you're gonna stir it every 20 minutes. So our granola is done, just came out of the oven, so still gonna be a little bit warm. You can go ahead and let it cool down for a few minutes. Smells really good. I was thinking as I pulled it out of the oven that you could even add a little bit of cinnamon to this if you wanted to add some extra flavor. So the last step is adding the dark chocolate. So you wanna look for 60% cocoa chips. Now I saw a couple different options at the store. They have the larger chips, and then they also have little chocolate chips, which are kind of nice, gives you a little bit more options for mixing that in. Have little chocolate chip chunks instead of the bigger pieces like what we have here today. So cranberries, some dried cranberries, look for the lower sugar ones if you can, and then the dark chocolate chips, and then your granola is ready. It makes a lot, so you can store it in an airtight container and then eat on it. I think it would be really good on a lot of different things, especially on yogurt. So Greek yogurt is a nice option that we have now, has extra protein in it compared to regular yogurt. I always recommend when you're looking for a Greek yogurt to just buy 1 or 2 containers of different brands, because they all have texture that's a little bit different and taste a little bit different, and see if you can find one that you like. For some people it's really a texture thing, so adding some bran buds or some granola to it kind of breaks up that texture and makes the yogurt a lot more palatable for them so that they enjoy it more. Yogurt, you want to make sure it has the live active cultures. That's really good for our immune system and protecting our gut and keeping our gut healthy. So I hope you guys try these 2 recipes, some sweets for the upcoming holiday, and enjoy.